Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Happy Valentine's Day 2022. We're all about love here, and we love you. And I just want to say thank you to all of our subscribers. We really appreciate you. And if you're new here, welcome to Love Style, where we talk a lot about the keto diet, the carnivore diet, improving your life one little step at a time by making small pivots. Because I found a lot of healing through eating low carb 4 years ago, giving up drinking. I no longer drink alcohol, and I also don't have to take any more meds for my high blood pressure, and I also lost 55 pounds. Today we're going to be talking all about inflammation, and I was inspired by Dr. Berg's video about inflammation. Check him out. Dr. Berg is the best. He has several videos about inflammation, and he's great with his information. So what is inflammation? Pain, swelling, redness, and heat. We can see all of this on the outside of our bodies when we injure ourselves, but we cannot see when we injure our organs or our brain or our gut. So you have to look for the signs that there's inflammation going on in your body to know how to fix it. So why is inflammation so bad? Why do we care about inflammation on the inside? Because basically nothing is working right if there's too much inflammation in your body. Well, I want to let you know, guys, that it is curable. It is curable. You can get the inflammation out of your body by eating on a low-carb diet or a keto diet or even a carnivore diet. So getting rid of all of the triggers or the bad foods that we're going to talk about today. I have 5 of them to avoid if you're just starting to think about getting your health together and you're having some pain in your body or you're having trouble with digestion or you have rashes. These are some of the signs that there is inflammation in your body, and we want to get it out, of course. So why do we care if there's inflammation in our body? Because inflammation is at the base, the foundation of most of the problematic diseases that people have today. Cancer, of course, obesity. Obesity and inflammation are twins in my eyes. And heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disease. These are the most common problems that some of us are walking around with or on our way to getting if we don't fix our diet today. There are 2 kinds of inflammation. There is acute and there is chronic. And basically the differences are acute inflammation is very, very specific to an area for a very short time. So I want to equate that to like injuries and things like that. And chronic is the other type of inflammation where it's a longer duration. So what are the signs that you have inflammation? It could be a stuffy nose. It could be digestive issues, headaches, aches, and pains. Joint pain is a big one, that you still have some inflammation in your body. Heartburn, brain fog, rashes, eczema. So it's kind of sounds like the mundane things that we all run into from time to time. These are signs of inflammation, but it is curable. So now I'm going to name my 5 picks from Dr. Berg's list of 10 foods to avoid so you can get rid of the inflammation out of your body for better health. Number 1 is sugar. I know it's super obvious. What? Misty, we already know that. Of course, we mean the refined sugar, the white stuff that we want to avoid at all costs. And there are so many hidden sugars in so many things that don't even taste sweet that it's insane. Fructose, glucose, corn syrup, which they put in almost everything, guys. Even ketchup, you got to be careful of nowadays. I'm just naming something that doesn't seem like it would have a lot of bad sugar in it, but it does. So number 2 of foods to avoid to prevent inflammation is bad oils. Hydrogenated oils, partially hydrogenated oils. Well, you might say like, Misty, I don't know what those are. Vegetable oil, corn oil, Soybean oil is a big one. Canola oil, grapeseed oil, rapeseed oil, which is like a weird name for that, but even sesame oil and even sunflower oil, which is, I thought sunflower oil was like one of the ones that were kind of okay. I'm starting to rethink that. It may not be quite as bad as some of the others, but the bad oils are in so many products, mostly things in a package, and they are using these oils to help them stay on the shelf longer. And you would be surprised how much of these bad oils they are putting in salad dressings. Now, I'm going to put up a video here of 3 low-carb salad dressings that you can make at home very, very easily. And I implore you to try this because the bad oils are in the bottled salad dressings. I don't want you to eat that anymore if you're having salad. Number 3 of foods to avoid to keep your inflammation down or get rid of it altogether eventually, which we're all trying to get rid of it eventually. It's probably going to take a little at a time, is refined carbs. Now, side note, carbs are not an essential nutrient in the human diet. That is for another time because I don't think a lot of people are ready to face this. But refined carbs are basically the flours and things that start from the root of being a grain. So wheat, corn, and rice, these are, we have found out, no good for us. So anything that has the basis of those 3 grains, which all this time we've been taught that you have to have that in your diet. That is not true. So these are the foods made from these grains. Of course, bread, pasta, even rice isn't that good for us, we have found out, because these grains have been stripped of their nutrients. And they are used as an additive in a lot of these packaged foods. I know this keeps coming up. They're basically frankenfoods. You know, they take the nutrients out so they can keep them on the shelf forever. Cereal, crackers, chips. There are bad flours made from these 3 grains in all of those packaged foods. They're stripped of nutrients, and this is not what we want to put in our body. We are trying to avoid inflammation, not add inflammation. So I'm going to also add gluten to number 3, being a refined carb made from wheat, which has been stripped of its nutrients and causes a lot of people gut problems. So when and if you can get gluten out of your diet, this will help tremendously for keeping inflammation out of your body. Number 4 is sweeteners. Things that cause inflammation that people may not be thinking of are sweeteners. So the original one we found out was terrible for us is aspartame. You remember there's Sweet and Low, Splenda. I might look at my notes here, guys, because there's so many. Sucralose, saccharin, xylitol, sorbitol, mannitol, maltitol, erythritol, a lot of tols in here. Even stevia is on this list, and if we can avoid all sweeteners, that would be great. I would recommend honey over all of these. And then there is allulose, and most of these sweeteners really, really can mess with the body and can really, really add inflammation. It can add inflammation. We're trying to reduce inflammation. So trying to stay away from sweeteners is huge if you are trying to get the inflammation out of your body for better health, so you can lose a little weight, so you don't have rashes, so you don't have headaches, and you don't have intestinal problems. So I personally have backed way off from the sweetener, and so I consume a little bit of liquid stevia, which doesn't give me too much trouble if I keep it at bay. And I only have it occasionally, and I only have a few drops here and there when I make like a strawberry smoothie, where I just take frozen strawberries, put them in a blender, little heavy cream, and a little bit of stevia. So be very, very cautious with your sweeteners if you're still consuming them. Try a little at a time backing off from it. You do get used to it, and I can attest to this. When I first started on low carb, I was consuming lots of sweetener, and I've come a long way 4 years later, and my body is starting to almost look normal again without the excess inflammation, the bloating, the intestinal problems, the digestion problems. So it's all signs of inflammation. So the most important thing with the sweeteners, before we go on to the last one, which is number 5, is diet soda contains so many sweeteners, it will surprise you. And at the end of this video, I'm going to link my diet soda video here. And if you're still consuming soda, diet soda with sweetener in it, I want you to consider trying something new. How about some water? How about some water? It'll make your skin look great. The water will help flush out the bad stuff that's still in some of these foods we're consuming, the things we can't help, pesticides and things like that. Drink more water in your life. Get away from the diet soda and stay away from the sweeteners, of course. And number 5 of foods to avoid to prevent inflammation from building up in your body and giving you problems is Msg, Monosodium Glutamate. So I chose this as number 5 because it is in so many things that you wouldn't think it needs to be in. Bouillon and gravies and canned soup. Msg is also added to dressings and Hidden Valley Ranch when you add, the little packet to the sour cream for a little bit of dip. I think it's low carb, but read the ingredients. I'm pretty sure there's Msg in there. It's a flavor enhancer. So it's fake, guys, and it causes huge issues for people. So Msg being my 5th pick for foods to avoid to prevent inflammation in your body. So those were my 5 picks from Dr. Berg's list of 10 foods to avoid. Thank you also for listening to Black Eyed Soul. We have a band together, just the 2 of us. We're recording artists. You can find Black Eyed Soul anywhere you find free music. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking. Check out season 1, season 2, and stick with me here in 2022 if you want to keep yourself in check. And guys, I even watch my own videos to do this for myself. Let's lose weight together. Let's get healthier today together. And my truth bomb today, guys, is if you have never thought that having a drink once in a while, a couple times a week, your little bit of wine that you have here and there, beer or cocktails, I want you to consider the fact that having a drink might be adding quite a bit of inflammation to your body. Now, I didn't put this on the list, but I have a lot of experience with alcohol. And please comment, guys, in the comments if you have any questions about health, anything I can answer. If you want to ask about the music, if you want to ask about my recovery from alcohol even. And it's been 4 years, and I got rid of the alcohol out of my life because it was causing me lots of problems. It was giving me extra inflammation and rashes and things like that, high blood pressure, and I didn't even realize it. So when I got rid of the alcohol, it changed my life for the better. It was the best decision I've ever made. And I'm loving life now at 49. I wished I had quit years sooner. I wished somebody like myself could have told me how important it is to leading a healthy lifestyle. So if you haven't considered getting rid of the alcohol out of your life, try 1 drink at a time, replacing it with a water, even if it's 1 drink a week. So consider this today. Try replacing 1 drink with the water, and you will see it makes a very significant difference. Thank you for tuning into Lovestyle today. We'll see you next time. Peace out.